Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and today we'll be covering the South Carolina Gamecocks football schedule for the 2023 season. Let me get right into this. The first game of the year is it's one of the toughest games I've had to pick from on deciding who's going to win, possibly in all the videos I've had. I've debated this back and forth. It's a coin flip. South Carolina is going to Carolina Panthers Stadium to play their connected state foe, North Carolina. This game will be very close. Spencer Rattler, if he plays like he did to end last year, this game probably won't be close. But Drake May, I have as a top 5 Heisman candidate this year. You got two good coaches. You got Shane Beamer at South Carolina, who's changed his program around, and then you got Mack Brown at North Carolina, who's had very much proven success with the teams he's had. I think this game's gonna be very close. Going to come down to the wire. But I got South Carolina winning this one and edging this out barely. And after this huge win, you get an easy game against Furman at home. You're going to beat Furman. So start off the year 2-0. Very good start for the year for South Carolina. But then you're going to Georgia. Last year, Georgia absolutely destroyed South Carolina. It was never close. I think something like that will happen again, especially because last year it was at South Carolina. This year it's going to be at Georgia. This is not going to go well for South Carolina. I got Georgia dominating South Carolina. So South Carolina going to drop the first game of the year first loss of the year they're going to have. Next up, you're at home versus Mississippi State. I think Will Rogers is going to do very good this year. Rest in peace, Mike Leach. I think this team will come together after the passing of their head coach, Mike Leach. I think they'll come together, play for him, play better, play good. But it's very tough to win on the road, especially at South Carolina. I think South Carolina is going to be on it this game. I got South Carolina winning this one. And then after this game, you're going to, guess where? The team that you absolutely ruined their playoff chances of last year, Tennessee. You're going to Neyland. I'm actually going to this game with my mom. I'm very excited for this. I think every Tennessee fan is. They are waiting for this game. They just got done with Florida, and you're coming to South Carolina. South Carolina got to come to Tennessee. Tennessee wants revenge, and I think they will get revenge. Players with Joe Milton, Brew McCoy, Ramel Keaton, Squirrel White, probably the best receiving core in the country, if I had to say. Unbiasedly, I even say they're the best receiving core in the country Tennessee has. So I got Tennessee winning this one. Might even be in a blowout. I wouldn't be surprised. So I got South Carolina losing this one. But after this game, talking about Florida, you're playing Florida. You're at home versus Florida. Billy Napier isn't a bad coach. He's not a bad coach. I don't think he's a good one for the SEC, for Florida, at least, because, well, yeah, Dan Mullen, 6-7. We'll bring this new guy in, who's had head coaching experience before, but not like a huge SEC level. He comes in and gets a 6-7 season with a top 5 prospect in the country of Anthony Richardson, who just went, I'm pretty sure, number 3 or number 4 overall to the Colts this year in the draft. So without him, they're going to probably take a step back. I like Travis Etienne, though I think it's going to be very good for them. But I got South Carolina winning this one, probably in a more closer to a blowout than a close game, I'd say. And then you're going to Missouri. Missouri can be very good this year. I've talked well of Missouri in the past videos, even though I think they will lose a lot of these games that they have. I think it'll be very close because they gave up a good fight against Tennessee. Then Tennessee just took over. They almost beat Georgia, which would have been the shocker of the year. But I got South Carolina winning this one. I think it'll be very close, but I like how Rattler played in last year, and I think he can play very good this game. Then you're going to have to go to A&M. This will probably test your offense a lot. A&M, I think, will actually not have a bad defense. I trust their defense. I don't trust A&M's offense. Max Johnson, the guy coming from, LSU 2 years ago. There's a reason why that team went 6-6. LSU when he was a starting quarterback. He was not that good. He was not that good. I know I like left-handed quarterbacks. He is not one of the left-handed quarterbacks I like. So I think it's going to be very close. I think it could be a lower scoring game. I think South Carolina will make a little bit too many. Will make a little bit more plays than A&M. I think they have more capabilities for that. So I got South Carolina winning this one on the road. And then you get an easy one versus Jacksonville State. You're going to beat Jacksonville State. So at this moment in the season, I have you being 7-2. That is great. Probably can't make the conference title game because you lost to Georgia and Tennessee, and they're on your side of the division. But doesn't mean this is not a great year so far. You're at home versus Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt will be not bad, not a bad team. I think it's very disrespectful that the over-under win total on the season for Vanderbilt is 3.5. They will definitely get more than 3. I think they'll definitely get more than 3.5 wins. They will get 4 at least, I'd say. But this is not going to be one of those wins. So I got South Carolina winning this one. And then you're at home again against Kentucky. I've talked about Kentucky before. I think they're a little bit overrated. I think the run game will take a step back. I think Will Levis was very good for them. I think he was a great prospect, but also a pretty good quarterback. I think they will realize how much they will miss him and how well he could actually throw the ball for them. He had some bad games, but every quarterback does. But whenever he didn't play, they lost to Vanderbilt at home. I'm pretty sure it was at home. Could be wrong about that though. But they lost to Vanderbilt. That's not a good sign from any team. Even though I just talked well about Vanderbilt, but that was last year Vanderbilt, not this year Vanderbilt. So I think Kentucky's overrated. I like their coach, but I still think they're overrated. I got South Carolina winning this one though. And then your big rivalry game of the year. At the moment, you would be 9-2 heading into this game. You're at home versus Clemson. Cade Klubnik on this team. You got Will Shipley at Clemson, Dabo Swinney there. They do not want to lose to South Carolina for the second year in a row because once you lose twice, you kind of start relinquishing the dominance of this rivalry over. The same thing for Michigan and Ohio State. Michigan, okay, you won at your big house, a big win, great job. Then they go beat them at Ohio State, and it wasn't close in the fourth quarter. They pulled away heavily. And it's like, who really dominates this rivalry right now? Is Michigan taking the reins? And if they win this year, they'll take way over. Tennessee and Alabama, not to that level, but if Tennessee wins this year, the fans are going to go crazy. Same thing for LSU and Alabama. It's like if LSU wins this year, they might take over the rivalry type of thing. But, so I don't think Clemson would not want that to happen. I think they'll play their best. I think they have more implications riding on this game too because they're probably have a better chance to make the playoffs than South Carolina. I think it'll be a very close fought game, but Clemson made a lot of mistakes last year, turnovers wise. I don't think they'll make those same type of mistakes. I got Clemson winning this one, probably in a pretty close game, but not in South Carolina's favor. So I got Clemson winning this one. I got South Carolina losing, but I got South Carolina going 9-3 this year. That is a step up from last year. I think this team will make a good bowl game, not just. They made a good bowl game last year against Notre Dame that they lost, but it was a very fun game. But I think this team is going to be very good. I think Shane Beamer is a very good coach. I think he'll show that again this year on why South Carolina's trusting them. And I got South Carolina football being back. It's going to be great to see. I hope you all liked the video. If you like it, click the like button, comment anything that you want, subscribe. And yeah, hope you all have a great day, and God bless y'all.